Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hit Cricket, your source of cricket analysis, commentary, and fun. I'm your host, Sean, joined by three cricket fanatics, Rahul, Nanish, and Rudy. Today, we're going to be discussing Afghanistan. First, we'll talk about their squad. Then, we'll talk about their potential playing 11 in the Champions Trophy. And we'll then assess their chances in the tournament, which could be interesting because they're in a group with England, Australia, and South Africa, which arguably is the hardest group of the two. And honestly, we have people in here who think that they could make it, and I think that's not a hot take at all because I mean, as it's well documented, Afghanistan's rise through international cricket over the past 25 years is an inspiring story, and they have a lot of class players, world class players in Rashid Khan. Rahmanullah Gurbaz is also getting up there in stature. They're captained by Hashmatullah Shahidi, and they do have upcoming spinners as well in Noor Ahmed. Allah Ghazanfar is injured in this tournament, unfortunately, but Fazl Haq Farooqi is also in good form. So, honestly, this Afghanistan squad is looking strong. They're one of the teams here, and we're excited to see what they could do. Guys, what are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah, Sean, rightly said. And I'm one of the person that thinks Afghanistan could make it to playoffs and potentially even the finals. I mean, look at they were inches away basically. If they caught that catch of Glenn Maxwell when the chance was given in the 2023 World Cup when they were playing in India, they could have been. I mean, I don't know, we could have been playing Afghanistan final, but that's a whole different story. But at least Afghanistan could have made it. And then they beat Australia in that T20 World Cup, right? And I mean, that was a great knock. I mean, yes, Gulbuddin had a good acting skills also, but different story again. But yeah, I mean, they're playing Champions Trophy for the first time. So let's see how they do. And I think overall their squad is good. They I think it all depends on their spin attack. We know how good of spinners are Rashid Khan or Mohammad Nabi, um, Noor Ahmed especially, and then uh, yeah, I mean they don't have the experienced pacers anymore like Naveen Haq because he stopped playing ODI now. But still, they got other good pacers. I mean, their talent is not stopping. But yeah, that's it. I think from my side, they got a good side that they can play with for the first time in Champions Trophy.
Yeah, so I love the squad, and so I have a song for them. Ibrahim Gurbaz, Rashid Nabi, Ramato Marzai, Gulbadi Naib, Fazal Haq Farooqi, Hashmatullah Shahidi, Noor Farid. Very well balanced team, Afghan Jalebi. What a very solid team, Afghan Jalebi Jali Baiwa, Waiwa. I mean, I love this team. It just feels like a celebration seeing this team. I mean, considering it's I think their first Champions Trophy ever. The amount they've grown over the last 8 years is like unbelievably fantastic. From not even being in the scene of Champions Trophy 8 years ago to, in my opinion, being one of the semifinal contenders. Is absolutely fascinating. I mean, especially when you see teams like Sri Lanka and Bangladesh just unfortunately stagnate at where they're at. This growth is phenomenal. They've just surpassed so many of teams, and they're beating high quality teams. I think one of the only teams they've not beaten up to now is India in like a major tournament, but they've beaten England, they've beaten Australia. I think South Africa is still pending as well, but I mean they'll get there eventually. This team is just growing, and more. A lot of these guys are playing franchise leagues around the world, getting more and more exposure to different conditions, playing high pressure matches, and that's what I think has been the key difference. Rashid Khan and Mohammad Nabi started it off by coming into the IPL, playing franchise games, and the likes of Rahmanullah Gurbaz, Noor Ahmed, Mujib, uh, have all gone into franchise cricket and have got so much experience playing around the world that I think they're like contenders in any part of the world. And the growth is unbelievable in the past 8 years. And so yeah, I just love watching this team play, and I think the squad is phenomenal.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, Rahul. They've had some notable victories against very well established cricketing nations, including like wins over like Bangladesh, West Indies, Sri Lanka over
Bangladesh, a
there.
notable cricketing nation? Question mark? Question mark? I mean, you
Used to
call
be,
them.
used to be, yeah.
He used to be, but this is like all in the past, not, as of now or currently these past 5 years. But they've had their 2015 first World Cup debut in 2015. They secured their first World Cup against Scotland in 2015. And then in 2019, they did participate in 2019, but could not advance past the group stage. So that really sucked.
Almost beat India. Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, during the T20 World Cup in 2016, that was a very memorable win for them against West Indies, who were at the time a very strong team.
They won that World
And
Cup.
yeah, they really won that World Cup, so that's very memorable and notable for them. But yeah, other than that, they've continued to show their growth in these past few years in 2021, 2022. They've obviously showed their growth, and they're competing against some of the top teams in the T20 World Cup and also in this Champions Trophy that is coming. But yeah, other than that, they've qualified for the ICC Champions Trophy for the very first time, which is a significant milestone in their history. So let's see how their performance from like the World Cup and the T20 leads them in this Champions Trophy. Some notable mentions that I have is Rashid Khan, one of the best leg spinners in the world. He's been a key player for Afghanistan. He takes crucial wickets and contributes a lot to the batting lineup. And my second mention is Mohammad Nabi. He's an experienced all-rounder as well, and he's instrumental to Afghanistan's success.
Known
He's
as
very
Mr.
consistent in both
President.
batting.
The president.
Yeah.
He's been
And
there for a
apparently
long
Mohammad
time.
Nabi's come out saying he wants to play with his son as well, so we could be seeing a good amount of years of Mohammad Nabi still in Afghanistan colors.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be more of a double action, so that's good to see.
Like LeBron
But
James.
yeah, but LeBron James and Bronny James, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But other than that, my third honorable mention would be, Rahmanullah Gurbaz. He's very young. He's an explosive wicketkeeper and a batter. He has provided quick starts and plays crucial innings for Afghanistan. So all the best to Afghanistan this year. First time playing in Champions Trophy. So good luck to them.
How do you guys think they'll
Yeah.
line up in the Champions Trophy?
I mean, looking at their playing 11, here's my playing 11. They got Rahmanullah Gurbaz. At least I have Rahmanullah Gurbaz as starting with
Everyone
Ibrahim.
has to have Rahmanullah
Yeah,
Gurbaz.
I guess. Ibrahim Zadran. But Rahmanullah Gurbaz can be the keeper again. And then I have Rahmat Shah as number 3, and then Hashmatullah Shahidi as the captain, and then Umar Zai can give you that all-rounder with the bat and ball. We've seen how good he can play in the T20 World Cup and the ODI also.
ODI
And then
Cricketer
I
of the
have
Year as well.
yeah. So let's see how that can affect this Champions Trophy run for them. But yeah, I have Gulbadin Naib, the celebration of muscles, man, with at 6, and then Muhammad Nabi at 7. Guess what? Muhammad Nabi is 40. Okay. But if I'm making fun of Mahmudullah playing at 40, thing is they both are different, but I think Nabi is better than Mahmudullah in my opinion. Okay.
Yeah.
Not and then I have Rashid Khan at number 8, Nur Ahmed at 9, Fazal Farooq at 10, and I got this young orthodox spinner at number 11, Nangyal Kahroti. I think he played in some game. What game? Against Australia, right?
Yeah,
In
T20 World Cup.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my playing 11.
Okay. Yeah, I have a similar playing 11. I have Rahmanullah Gurbaz, Ibrahim Zadran opening. They're basically in the T20 World Cup carried that batting lineup on their shoulders. And, Ibrahim Zadran is that conventional, takes his time, player, consolidates innings. Gurbaz, likes to hit the ball, but can also play maturely, as we saw in the T20 World Cup. Yeah, Gurbaz is key to their success, in my opinion. Rahmat Shah at 3. I feel they really missed him in the T20 World Cup last year, just purely because after Gurbaz and Ibrahim Zadran, we could see a clear drop-off in the batting because they didn't have that stable option in the middle order, but I think Rahmat Shah is a very quality player, and he just gels in perfectly at number 3 for this team. And Hashmatullah Shahidi, the captain, at 4, he's also a very stable player, can take his time in constructing innings. Then I have Azmatul Omarzai at 5, probably one of the most talented all-rounders going around in the world. Pace bowling all-rounders, at least. Then I have Mohammad Nabi at 6, I mean, legend. Ubadi Naib at 7, Rashid Khan, the leg spin goat of the modern day era, at number 8. Noor Ahmed at 9, Fazlak Farooqi 10, and at 11 I have Farid Ahmed, the pace bowler, just purely because they have 3 spinners with Rashid Noor and Mohammad Nabi, so I just want that extra pace bowling option with Farid.
I see. Very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great lineup, Rahul. But yeah, for me, the starting 11 would be Rahmanullah Gurbaz, obviously a great opening batter and a reliable wicketkeeper. Number 2, Ibrahim Zadran, obviously a very consistent top order batter. Number 3, Rahmat Shah. Number 4, Hashmatullah Shahidi, the captain, a very dependable top order batter. Number 5, Azmatullah Omarzai, a great promising all-rounder who can both bat and ball. Number 6, Mohammad Nabi, great experienced Afghanistan player, and a great influential player as well. So he can contribute both to bat and ball. Number 7, Gulbuddin Naib, a great versatile all-rounder.
And a
Number 8,
versatile actor.
and a
Yes.
Yes.
And then at number 8, the GOAT, Rashid Khan, great leg spinner in the world. Or at least one of the best. I don't want to be too overconfident about him, but
I think he's the best.
Oh, I
think
think
he's the
he
best.
is.
He is the
Yeah, I
best,
think he
no
is.
doubt.
yeah, he is. But there's always emerging talents, and you never know. The people in the audience have otherwise
A talent
opinions.
emerging from his own nation, Noor Ahmed.
Priya
I think.
Sharma
Yeah.
gonna be the best leg spinner
Yeah,
there.
Okay,
Sharma.
yeah, I agree with Nanesh. Like, from Afghanistan at least, like he is one of the best. Or
Bro,
the
one of the best
best
from
leg spinner from
Afghanistan. I think he's the best in the world
He
right
is
No,
the
now.
best,
not one
and
of the best, not bad. The best leg spinner
I think
from
he's the best in the
Afghanistan.
world right
and
now. But
there is a one of. But yeah, finish off. Sorry.
yeah, Finn.
Yeah, and then number 9, Noor Ahmed. Number 10, Fareed Ahmed. And then last but not least, at number 11 comes Fazl Haq Farooqi, a great left arm fast bowler.
Yeah, no, we've seen how good of a pace he'll take those power play wickets, and we saw that impact he created in the T20 World Cup. I
Yeah,
think.
exactly.
Hmm. And
Yeah, I feel like the England batters are gonna be doing Bharatnatyam and playing him in the power play, and then once Mujib Rashid Khan comes on, they'll be doing Kathakali. So yeah, two different types of dances to the 2 different phases of the game.
let's
Yes, and
see.
like if
You know,
you're
when
watching this,
I think if
be scared.
he's bowling the Jake Fraser McGurk, the poles are gonna fly as
Oh,
well.
I
So
mean, 100% there, but
Jake Fraser McGurk.
yeah, that's bad
I'm
for
saying
him
he's gonna
though.
get bowled,
But
bro.
you know, I love Fazal Haq Farooqi. I mean, he was a leading wicket taker in ILT20 this year as well, so he's in form. He's firing on all cylinders, which is awesome for Afghanistan, I think. I just want to mention a decision they could potentially have to make between one guy Nanish mentioned and one guy Rahul mentioned, Farid Ahmad, and then Nangayalia Karoti. So they're gonna have to make that choice as their last bowling option. But I do think I agree with Rahul here. They're going to go with Farid Ahmad because I guess we don't know if the pitch will be well suited for spin bowling just yet. So I do think they're going to go with Farid first and foremost. But Karote has had some good games in the warm-ups. He took a wicket in one of the games, but Farid Ahmad also had a 3-wicket haul as well. So honestly, it could go either way. And then
Yeah,
one
I
other
mean, if they need some self-defense from the batting lineups in the league, then they can go with the karate.
good one, Rahul. But then one other thing I want to talk about is Sadiqullah Atal. He's kind of risen up the ranks. I've been monitoring him since the what was that Asia Cup for like the Rising Stars or whatever. I forgot what they call it. But he was the leading run scorer there, I think, and he's honestly such a talent, a rising talent for Afghanistan. And he played at number 3 in the warm-ups. He had a good knock against New Zealand, but honestly, he's a really talented player. I don't know if they'll go with him Rahmat Shah is also there, so they probably will go with him at 3. But maybe we could see Sedikula at some point in this tournament. He had a good knock in SA20 as well. I remember the one game that he got to play, or I think he played like 2 games. In the first game, he did very well. But yeah, those are the 2 names or 3 names, I guess, that I wanted to
Yeah,
mention in the squad.
with Setikula, the thing is he's a very talented batter and he's been playing really good and very young as well. But issue is that top order is pretty much set in stone. One thing they could potentially do is they can drop Farid Ahmed and bring him in and just extend their batting order so you have that extra batter because anyway, Azmatullah Omarzai can bowl with the new ball with Fazal Farooqi. And so that's 2 bowlers. Then you got Nabi, Rashid, Noor, and Gulbadin. So you still got 6 bowling options even if you bring that extra batter in. So they could potentially lean that way to just extend their batting because, in my opinion, they're a bowling first. They're like the stronger suit is bowling. So maybe that extra cushion in batting on the better pitches in Pakistan would help. So they could go that route of just sitting like a Farid Ahmed on the bench and bringing Satikullah in just to extend their batting a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, I 100% agree with you, Rahul. It would be well worth their effort to do that. And they arguably have the best spin bowling attack in the entire tournament.
Easily.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any questioning
feel
that.
like-
So
I mean, it's better to have 3 spinners like this than 5 spinners in Dubai.
Especially in like on the Pakistan pitch, I feel like I feel like especially on the Pakistan pitch, they'll not have a hard time just making runs and getting wickets. Especially on the pitch of Lahore, in Pakistan, I feel like it's a great pitch for them. It's great and flat. So I feel like their performance will definitely skyrocket in Pakistan, and of course, they can perform really well on that pitch.
do you think they'll qualify, Rudy?
Yes, honestly, I do see them qualifying, but probably not clenching the trophy itself. I feel like I'll hold that for India.
There you go.
Thank you.
How about you,
Not for
Rahul?
Bangladesh. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Bangladesh.
Wait, just so I think this is our last video, so let's finish it off. Rudy, who are your playoff contenders from each group? And
So
then
it's two from India, Pakistan, New Zealand, Bangladesh, and 2 from Australia, England, South Africa, Afghanistan.
So you want me to list my like top 5 still, or?
no,
Top 4.
4.
top
So
yeah.
okay, from Group A, India, Pakistan, New Zealand, Bangladesh. Who do you think will qualify 2 of those?
Oh, easily India and Afghanistan.
No. India, Pakistan, New Zealand, Bangladesh.
Oh, okay. I feel like that's a close call. I feel like in between, obviously India, number 1, but between New Zealand and Pakistan, I'm just having a hard time, processing this, but I feel like I would say Pakistan.
Ooh, that's a big call.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I would
Big
say
about-
call,
Pakistan.
bro.
They're-
Big
It
call.
says
You
okay, they have a pretty strong
putting
batting
out
order, so I
Bangladesh
wouldn't
now, bro.
It's okay. Bangladesh was
Suddenly
5th in the
Bangladesh is
top
thrown-
5, bro.
Bangladesh was thrown into the.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know. I've been thinking about this lately.
Okay, yeah.
Analyze the other
Bangladesh.
teams as
So India, Pakistan, and then from other group, who do you think will qualify? Of Australia, England, Afghanistan,
Afghanistan, South Africa.
or yeah.
Definitely Afghanistan and Australia. I see those 2 emerging.
Yeah, I don't think you were there for Australia video, so yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Rahul?
I've been hearing stuff. So I've been hearing stuff about all those teams, and this is just my opinion, honestly. Like Australia, great bowling and batting order, and I see that with Afghanistan too, that we're doing right now. So I feel like these 4 teams will be pure cinema this year
Yeah.
in the Champions Trophy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if, Australia and Pakistan come, it might become TV serial. But
That's
it's
what I
a-
was gonna say. I mean, bro, if Afghanistan and Pakistan comes, that will be the greatest match. Like, I mean, if I know India Pakistan is
I kind of.
top, but I think the rivalry between
Yeah.
Pakistan and Afghanistan
Oh
is
yeah,
also the
Pakistan.
same
I
level.
remember those Naseem Shah sixes in the
Yep,
Asia
yep,
Cup
yep,
and all
yep,
that
yep.
stuff.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Mm.
But for that, one of Afghanistan and Pakistan have to end up top of the table, which I don't know if that's gonna happen. But yeah, I definitely think Afghanistan is I have a hunch Afghanistan is gonna seal it and make the semifinals because just purely because even though Pakistan is good batting pitchers, I feel that the spinners Afghanistan have are not those guys. They're I feel like they're not. I won't say they're like conditions proof, but they're as closest to conditions proof as you can get because Rashid Khan's not gonna go for more than a certain amount. Take out the pitch, he's not going to go for more than a certain amount. Noor Ahmed's a quality bowler, he's not going to go for a certain amount. Nabi, he is like aging a bit and has fallen off, but he's still a quality bowler. Fazlak Faruqi, he can swing it anywhere. So I just feel like that bowling lineup can survive on any pitch. And the batting lineup is just gaining more and more confidence. Like Rahmanullah Gurbaz is an absolute firecracker. And you got Rahmat Shah quality. Omarzai can play double gear. Nabi can play double gear. Gulbadin goes all out. Rashid Khan has become such a like feared batter as well in the back end. So I just feel that they have such a balanced squad with a lot of batting options. And if we do that Sadiqullah change that we talked about, then that batting goes like till 9 or 10, and they have like 6, 7 bowling options as well. So even if one guy has a bad day, they have other people to roll the arm over. So I just feel that squad is so balanced and they're more experienced with the amount of franchise cricket they've played and the exposure against quality teams. So I see them ending in the top four and, who knows, potentially also going to the finals because I feel like they have the potential to beat either New Zealand or Pakistan, whoever comes to the semifinals. So I see Afghanistan making the finals.
Wow. Okay. So Rahul, who do you have qualifying?
I have India and New Zealand from Group A and Afghanistan, South Africa from Group B.
Okay,
Manish?
I'll go next. I mean, as I've told from past few videos, that I think that game between Australia and Afghanistan is the dependent for me, at least from the other group, because I think both of them are good teams, and that game will decide who will qualify, basically, in my opinion, at least.
Sorry, I said Afghanistan final. Actually, I take that back because I forgot that South Africa is in that group. So I think South Africa will end top of the table. So Afghanistan will, I think, lose to India in the semifinals. I think they'll make the semifinals, but wherever they meet India, basically, I think it's over. So semifinals, I think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but yeah, I think South Africa, and then the two between Australia and Afghanistan, and from the others group, I think India could go through, and then again Pakistan or New Zealand. I think New Zealand more favorites, but yeah. But overall, I think that's my um, thing on Afghanistan. I think they have good mix of young and experienced players again, and let's see how and hope the best for their first time in Champions Trophy.
Pretty sure their averages, they must be one of the youngest squad. They must be the youngest squad
Oh,
in
I
the
mean,
tournament, right? I
easily.
mean,
Yeah.
other than Mohammad Nabi and maybe Rahmat Shah, Hashmatullah Shahidi, like all of them are like 20, I think.
Yeah. Oh. Rudy agree now.
Rudy?
I'll freeze his frame. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh, were you talking?
Sean, finish it up.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I
still.
just talked about the youngest squad thing.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're definitely have the youngest squad in this tournament. They got like two 20-year-olds, I think like around 20 at least, with Noor Ahmed and Karote as well. So, yeah, they have a very young squad, which, I mean, I don't want to be the Debbie Downer here, but I'd say ease off on the hype a little bit. I'm not gonna fault them for having a young squad. To me, it's just maybe I'm reading too much into the how the pitch will play, but if it is a road, as we are expecting, the strongest part of their team, which is their bowling, it could be negated. And I think it could play to England's strength, perhaps, which I think they'll beat Afghanistan and they'll finish ahead of Afghanistan. So that's what I think. I think Afghanistan will finish third in the group and Australia last. I'm just not a
Bro,
fan of their team.
England, even if you write spin on a piece of paper and give it to them, they'll do dabba dance, bro. We saw how they did with Varun Chakravarti on that Katak pitch, which was probably one of the best batting surfaces you can ask for, and they were struggling against like Jadeja and Varun
Yeah.
Chakravarti, and India chased down 345 overs. It was a good pitch to bat on, and they they just struggle against spin in general, like regardless of the conditions, I think. So I mean, if it's like absolutely no assistance for spinners, then I see your point. But like, I don't know. I just feel Afghanistan is a better overall team, but I completely agree with you in that if England gets it going, then they're going to be very dangerous.
No, yeah. That's a completely fair point bringing up that game because, as you said, India caused a lot of trouble for England with their spin department. So, honestly, I do still stand by my point that England is qualifying out of this group. Afghanistan has lost both of their warm-up games, so there's something to think about there. But yeah, out of this group, I do think England and South Africa are going to be the ones who advance. Might be a little bit controversial putting England in there, but I do think they'll finish second in the group, losing one game to South Africa. And then in Group A, I think India will be first, and New Zealand will comfortably take home second place. So yeah, those are the four teams I have qualifying from Group A and Group B.
Yeah. Before we end this video, one more point I want to say is, yes, we're talking about Afghanistan, so I just want to talk about how the women's cricket is not growing anymore in there. I just want to say the teams like England and South Africa were saying they have had pressures of boycotting matches against Afghanistan and all. But yeah, I think I don't agree with whatever is going on in their country and all. It has to be fixed, and but other countries also should not just boycott matches like that. That's just wanted to
Yeah,
get that out.
completely agree. I mean, yeah, Afghanistan is still playing the associate nations in a lot of matches. I mean, they deserve to be playing series against teams like South Africa, England, Australia, India on a regular basis. So I feel that hopefully there's a time like within the next 1 or 2 years that that happens because these guys cannot be, I won't even call it an upset if Afghanistan beats India or Afghanistan beats Australia anymore. It's just a normal result because that's how quality a team they've built over the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the more heartwarming stories in cricket, seeing how this love for cricket just emerged from the war, right? And
Yeah.
yeah, it's just really awesome to see. So part of me is always rooting for Afghanistan, honestly.
Yes.
But
But
yeah,
Sean doesn't see sentiment when he ranks the teams.
yeah,
He's a very unbiased guy.
strict on it. I'm very strict. Okay. But yeah, that should be everything for this Afghanistan preview and all of our Champions Trophy previews. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the videos if you haven't already. What are you doing? But yeah, we'll check out hitfantasy.com and we'll see you guys
Yeah.
next time.
Hitfantasy.com, guys.
Hitfantasy.com. Good luck to all teams. Thank you.
Yep, good
Yep.
luck.
Draft well. Play well.
Draft well.